Good afternoon. I am Detective Timothy Fitzgibbon, spelled Timothy, Fitzgibbon, Fitzgibbon, with Calgary Police Service Sexual Assault Investigative Unit. Uh, we have laid charges against a man in relation to a string of robberies and sexual assaults that occurred throughout the city beginning in January. On Sunday, January 30th, 2022, we responded to two separate robbery and sexual assaults complaints involving three victims. This investigation led to the discovery of an active serial suspect targeting personal care businesses in Calgary. This is the first time in several years that Calgary has seen a series of such targeted stranger sexual assaults. Our focus was to find the suspect, to stop these violent offenses, and to work with personal care businesses to share information and prevent further incidents and establish some safety planning. Over the course of the following 6 weeks, we worked persistently to uncover evidence, to identify and apprehend a suspect. By Thursday, March 17, 2022, sufficient evidence was gathered to assist police in identifying a suspect. A search warrant was executed in the southeast community of Cranston, and Andrew Frank Sorensen, 36 years of age, of Calgary, has been charged with the following: 4 counts of sexual assault with a weapon, 4 counts of armed robbery, 4 counts of disguise with intent, and 1 count of uttering threats. He is next scheduled to appear in court on March 29th, 2022. This investigation is ongoing, and additional charges are expected in the coming weeks. We know that it can be difficult for victims of sexual assaults to come forward. We are aware of a total of 10 events involving incidents of an armed robbery and sexual assault, and encourage anyone who is a victim of this type of crime to contact police so that we can investigate. Anyone with information about these crimes or related offenses is asked to contact the Calgary Police Service non-emergency number at 403-266-1234, and tips can also be submitted anonymously to Crime Stoppers. Thank you. I can now take your questions.
Thank you. We'll now open the floor to questions. Can you please indicate in the chat if you have any questions? Go ahead, Tom.
Hi there. You mentioned, how rare it is to see such a series of attacks like this. Can you kind of speak more to that? What's kind of the history of that in the city, and how concerning is it to see such a serial attacker like this?
It's very concerning for the safety within our community. We don't see offenders of this nature. In this particular instance, what our investigation has shown is that there was a specific targeting of a certain type of business, a certain type of victim, and victimology. And so we don't see that with any frequency in our community. We can refer back to other incidents whereby we had the incident with the Beltline attacker a number of years back. We also had the Hemlock attacker back in the 80s. They're very infrequent, this type of case. However, it's extremely dangerous to the people who are being victimized.
And follow up, if I may, what are some of the recommendations that you're making to ensure these employees are safe from these sorts of crimes?
We've dealt with the members of the particular business that we were focusing with, and just to ensure that there's an understanding within their community that contacting the police is a safe thing to do, that we're there to assist them. And the more that we are involved, the safer that environment can be for them.
Tom, do you have another follow-up?
Actually, yeah. And then lastly, how are the victims faring after all this? Any further supports being offered to them?
Yes, we provide supports through our partnering agencies as it relates to sexual assaults and other violent crimes, such as in this case, robberies.
Thank you. Do we have any other questions from the media? All right, I believe that is all the questions that we have for today. Thank you again for attending.